Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Preparing to reopen, what businesses and restaurants are doing across northern lower Michigan and the UP to ensure they can be up and running for Memorial Day weekend.
They've been on the front lines for months during the pandemic. Now, a local grocery store is temporarily closing its doors so the entire staff can get a paid vacation.
But we begin with 4 Live radar, and you can see we're not done with the rain just yet.
Start things off here at 11 tonight at Ben's house, where he is tracking the overnight showers now. Ben, it's been going on all day.
Yeah, Devin and Kim, this radar does not look a whole lot different than when we saw you at 6 o'clock. The only difference is sort of the direction it's coming from, as this entire storm is pivoting, but the results are still the same. Rain's still coming down, and it will overnight as well. Let's go to 4 Live radar, and you can start to see this direction's a little bit more out of the southeast rather than the due south that we were looking at yesterday. What does that mean for us overnight? Well, Lakeshore flood warnings are still in effect until 4 o'clock on Tuesday because of the east winds, not necessarily just the rain. And flood warnings also into effect area-wide there for that portion of St. Clair County where we saw those issues that were happening earlier today. So here's how everything's going to shake out overnight. You can see that some places, especially the north zone, is going to see a reduction in those showers. But as this storm pivots and moves south, the southern half still seeing those showers around at least through the first half of tomorrow when everything becomes a lot lighter. What does that mean for amounts? Well, the flood watches have been lifted early. They were set to expire at midnight. Coming up, we'll look at rainfall totals for the entire area and also a sneak peek at your Memorial Day forecast in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Ben. Well, heading up north is such a tradition for many families, and after the governor loosened restrictions for businesses in northern lower Michigan and the Upper Peninsula, many people will be taking full advantage of that. Governor's order allows for bars and restaurants in regions 6 and 8, the top 2 on the screen, to reopen. About 7.5% of the state's population lives in those regions. Jason Colthorpe talked with some people pretty excited about the news, and of course it comes just at the right time, Jason.
Oh, it sure does, Evan. And just think, I-75 North actually going to get a lot of traffic this week. And who would have thought we would actually miss gridlock holiday traffic? But we'll have it. You can bet that sigh of relief you hear tonight are business owners all across northern lower Michigan, Traverse City, Gaylor, Lewiston, you name it. But restaurants and bars will open, and like you said, just in time for the holiday weekend, one of their biggest of the summer.
We're planning on actually probably being extended a little longer. And I was quite very surprised and happy.
Mike Litsky and Meredith Larson own the Lewiston Hotel Bar and Grill. They lost all of their hotel business from March to April, so getting to reopen in time for the Memorial Day weekend crowd is huge.
Definitely a big bonus for us to be able to get people inside, and that's always a big weekend.
Local people that are from downstate that have cabins here, we consider them local as well, and their business is a big part of our business.
One of those locals is Jose Mabessa of Washington Township.
Stephanie and I and the 3 girls, we love it because there's a lot of positive memories made up at the cottage.
After several weeks of solitude, he and his family are more than excited to get back on the lake and go out to eat again.
A lot of those small businesses and recreational businesses, they depend on good weather, so we're hoping good weather comes starting this weekend and all the way through Labor Day. A lot of the businesses and livelihoods up there depend on the summer season to make it through the winter.
There are restrictions. Restaurants and bars must operate at 50% capacity being one. Still, quite simply, a normal holiday is good for business and good for people.
There's also something to be said about mental and overall health of getting out, right? Getting outside, interacting with other humans, I think is also important.
And also good for people not being exposed to the virus, which everybody you just heard from agrees that the safety requirements that come with this are important to follow as well. And that's part of the governor's order, which has businesses following strict other safety measures they have to adhere to, as well as all of us following those social distancing guidelines. Reporting live, I'm Jason Colthorpe, Local 4.
You got it. All right, Jason. Now, in the last 24 hours, Michigan is reporting 773 new cases of the virus and 24 more lives lost to it. Of the new cases, more than 500 are due to expanded testing in state prisons.
Grocery store workers have been working long, stressful hours as the demand to keep restocking shelves doesn't seem to let up. Our Mara McDonald is live in Southwest Detroit. And Mara, the owners of the Honeybee Market want their people to get some much-deserved rest.
They sure do, Kimberly, which is why everybody who works here at the Honeybee is getting 6 days off, paid at the end of May, so they can take some R&R.
It's been pretty insane.
I think Lindsay speaks for everybody in the grocery business when she says the last 2 months have been a whole thing.
I think the first week we didn't even believe what was going on. We looked down each aisle and was like, is this really happening?
They moved out of shock fast and into action, buying 100-pound bags of beans and rice because that was all that was available, and splitting them into smaller amounts so their customers wouldn't be without. The Kohlers, who own the market, had all hands on deck, including daughter Alexis, who was home from college, courtesy of COVID.
We've had our full-time, our part-time employees step up who are normally working 30 hours. Our part-time employees now working 40, 50, 60 hours.
The market is fully stocked thanks to their round-the-clock hustle. And tonight, Honeybee says its worker bees deserve a break.
Our owner, Tammy and Ken, decided that they didn't really want recognition for it. It was just to give back to our employees as a well-deserved thank you.
From May 25th through the 31st, they're shutting the market down. Everybody is getting a 6-day paid vacation.
Go home, restore yourself, come back with a fresh, solid mind. No worries, they are paying us. And let's do this all over again.
Okay, 6:09. Thank you, sweetheart. You have a nice evening.
Back here live, so great news for the workers here at the Honeybee, but for those of you who are in love with their guacamole, which is incredibly popular, maybe stock up a little before the 25th to make sure you don't run out. We're live in Southwest Detroit tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
It's the best stuff around. It's fantastic. Guacamole and a lot more there at the Honeybee. That's terrific too. All right, Mara. Detroit Mayor Duggan releasing a reopening playbook for the thousands of small businesses in the city. It recommends daily temperature checks, mandatory use of masks, and social distancing inside offices.
I am assuming that in the not too distant future, the governor is going to declare the city of Detroit eligible for phase 4 and to allow retail businesses. At least the way the phases had been described in the governor's orders so far, this would apply to other retail businesses and offices. It doesn't apply, at least as has been published, to restaurants, but it would apply to stores and offices.
Now, the mayor also announcing that starting Wednesday, all Detroit residents are eligible to be tested at the State Fairgrounds site, even without a prescription, although an appointment is still required, so call ahead.
President Trump telling attendees at a White House event today he's taking the drug hydroxychloroquine to prevent COVID-19.
The frontline workers, many are taking it. I happen to be taking it. Hydroxychloroquine? I'm taking it, hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it. Because I think it's good. I've heard a lot of good stories. And if it's not good, I'll tell you right, I'm not going to get hurt by it. It's been around for 40 years for malaria, for lupus, for other things. I take it. Frontline workers take it. A lot of doctors take it. A lot of doctors take it. I take it.
You heard him there say he'd been taking it for a couple of weeks. The president later said he'd been taking the drug every day for a week and a half. We'll take a closer look at what recent studies of the drug has revealed. That's coming up at 11:30.
Assembly lines are humming again for Detroit's Big Three. Thousands of auto workers back on the job today, but with, of course, new safety measures. Also, fewer people inside the plants. The companies have redesigned how workers will enter and exit their workplaces. They'll monitor temperatures of those coming in. In all, 50 plants reopened today. Some workers still have concerns, but the companies are reporting a pretty smooth first day back. Now, Catholics across Metro Detroit will be able to attend Mass in person tomorrow for the first time in nearly 2 months.
Yeah, but it's going to look and feel a lot different as the Archdiocese of Detroit sets guidelines for a slow reopening of parishes. Masks will be worn in and around the church. Worshipers who are not living in the same household will be 6 feet apart. Churches will only open a quarter of their maximum occupancy. Some worshipers are also being asked to stay home for safety.
The faith is very strong in so many of our senior citizens, and they're the ones who have been perhaps missing going to church and participating in, but yet we are encouraging them to stay home, especially if they have additional health conditions.
Worshipers are encouraged to check with their parishes for changes to the Mass schedule. Still ahead, promising results in the worldwide search for a coronavirus vaccine.
Yep, our Dr. Frank McGeorge will break down the early success of the first human vaccine trial and whether results can actually accelerate the timeline. Tim.
With bottles and cans piling up throughout town, some people have had enough. What are we going to do with them all? Well, one local police department says, bring us your returnables. We'll put the money to good use. My goodness, look at this. People are responding. I'll tell you where this is all going on and what little corner of our community is going to benefit.
If you're trying to buy a home during this pandemic, there's some very unique things that have to be done before you can even walk in the door. We'll lay it out tomorrow on Local 4 News Today.